that's the beginning of the end of Wirecast because I pressed the spacebar to go and do a smooth transition, and all of a sudden it disconnected the connection to Rendezvous. So my guests who were there are kind of hiding in the wings now. Let me just see if I can transition that properly now. So I'll get Lloyd in there. Enter, enter. Hello. I can see Lloyd on that screen in the preview, but I'm hitting enter, which has meant, there we go. Finally got him over there. Yeah. Now let's try a transition. There we go. We've got a Zoom transition happening right now. That's working okay. What are we doing here today? Welcome to Oz by Drone Live Wire Crash Edition. Things are not exactly as they normally would be. I'm sitting here instead of way back over there. I'm doing producer and creative talent today, and we're trying to break Wirecast. I'm trying to replicate as much as possible what we did last weekend. Now, the good news is we've already crashed it before we even started broadcasting and streaming, and I had to quickly get it ready and pull it back together again. But that's all right. Lloyd's here. We can make it crash again. He can kill anything.
Well, at least this time I'm actually on the screen. Every time you brought me in last time, it just crashed. So, let's see if it's going to... You're really trying to break it, aren't you?
Yeah, I know. Let me just do the transition speed first. That's normally part of what we do, but I forgot to do that before. I've also got hiding in the background over here one of our regulars in the chat room, but not normally one of the regulars on screen. Let's say hello to Nick Dykstra. Hey, Nick. Oops, we don't have audio for Nick.
I was muted in Rendezvous.
Ah, that's okay. It was a human error, not a Wirecast error. There's a first for everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me go back to Lloyd first of all. We'll put you back on mute. I'll mute you at this end. You can just stay there. What are we going to do? We're going to try and replicate everything we did on the weekend. As I said a few moments ago, we did cause it to crash. And then at the point where we normally go live, I've got a button that I push which disconnected Rendezvous. So there's a bug to start with. There's a problem.
Yeah.
Was there something you were about to say, Lloydie?
No, I was just saying we're further along than we were last Friday, because last Friday we couldn't even get to the point where you had your you had me on, because I was sitting in for John on Friday.
We're
Saturday,
further along, but by the same token, it crashed before we started going to where at all. I couldn't even get to the pre-roll music today.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to quickly play a video. I've got over here to my right my producer, who's holding up an iPhone, and she's looking at me very, very grumpily.
Well, at least the chat window down below you there is working, so we've got that.
Look, I called her in at the last minute to go and hold up my phone so that we could record it crashing and burning, but it's not crashing and burning today. So I'll turn that off. And I don't know, maybe we'll find something later, but let's go and play a video. Bye, baby. I love you. Okay, so pretending this is the real Oz by Drone show, we're going to go and play our first news story. Now, normally, I'd be sitting back over there and I'd have my title alive. I'll simulate that as well for the moment. And now it's time for the news, and thanks to Air Data UAV for their generous sponsorship. So, and the other computer beeped at me. I don't know why that happened, but that's something that Titler does from time to time. It's special. So the first news story is this one. So what we're looking at here is Samsung, that they've actually got some testing of 5G network towers. And why is that not going on screen? That would be, I hit enter. That's my fault. That's human error. That's okay. I'm not normally the one who's producing this, okay? Give me a break.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is Samsung looking at their 5G towers and so on. Now the audio is not coming through. Let's have a look at that. Dante via, which is how the audio gets routed. Dante is on.
Yeah, it's not even coming through on YouTube.
Yeah. Let me go and play the second video just in case No, we've lost audio.
We've lost audio. Okay.
So I'm just going to quickly rebuild that section.
He said it was playing. Let's see.
The audio?
Our audio is, but
yeah, but not the audio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not the audio from the
video. The video works. It's just not the audio from the film. Yeah. Or from the audio that matches the video. Yeah.
Yeah, which is frustrating. Oh, that's another bug, but that's another story. That's something that I have a workaround for. Normally I go and create and then clear titles about half a dozen times before every broadcast so that it can not keep on randomly putting things up on the screen. It's just totally random. There's workarounds for everything. Normally you don't see those things as part of the show because I hide them and I do them behind the scenes. We got a checklist of everything that's got to be done. But when Wirecast crashed just now, all of those things went out the window.
Yeah,
we still got no audio. Let's just have a look at that. I want to troubleshoot this. So, how can I troubleshoot that?
The chat thing's not coming up now either.
That would be my fault. That's okay. That's because I cleared that shot when it was doing stupid things. You can send it up now.
Okay. All right.
Now, here's what I'm doing at the moment. I'm monitoring the input from the Dante to see if it's it or if it's Wirecast, and that could be this end. Let's just quickly check that.
There it goes, finally.
Yes, I've got a big head. That's because I'm using a little camera that's very, very close to me here instead of that camera that's over there. If I zoomed myself out, I could make the perspective.
He's on a roll tonight.
I just give up. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to quickly stop Dante Via and restart it and see if I can get that working.
I've got the chat working.
By as much as 10
there we
degrees
go. I think we've got some audio.
And this is caused by relying on the...
Okay. Again, just out of interest, the fact that Dante Via is even being used, why are we using Dante Via, a third-party program? Because there's a built-in feature in Wirecast that's missing. You can't capture just one single application's audio, which means when I try and capture VLC, I also get all sorts of other things, including the rendezvous dashboard, which causes an audio loop, which causes problems. So therefore, I don't do that. That's why I got the third-party software. So that's a bug. Why do I use VLC in the first place? I use VLC because there's no built-in media jukebox kind of functionality that would allow us to do what we need to do. So therefore, I've got a screen capture. I would rather have just a list of videos that I can click on and play them nice and easily and simply, but that doesn't exist. Greg's desk shrunk. Thanks, Ken. Hi. Okay, I'll zoom myself out, but I did it. Let me go over here. If I go to my show webcam settings panel, and I go over here and I can do, there you go. But you see all of the secret squirrel stuff, the couch and all of the other things that are in the room. I was trying to hide all of that, but then I look really big. Anyway, whatever. I'll leave it like this. You can have the room today. No, we got bigger, so Ken doesn't need to use the glasses to see us better. Well, we know Ken's eyesight is really spectacular. So we haven't caused it to crash. We haven't caused the freeze up at the moment. Let's do a couple of other things.
Are you still using the newest version, the beta version?
I'm using the beta version. But again, it crashed before the broadcast.
That's true.
So unfortunately, I've got a core dump file for that crash, and I can send that to Telestream so they can have a look at that, analyze it, and
decide if they're going to actually fix it or not.
And respond in a timely manner.
Yeah, sometime this time next year it should be fixed. Those bugs.
Okay, speaking of which, let's do something else. I want to go to preferences over here and turn on show the number of users. I want to find out if it shows me the number of users on the screen. I can't see that anywhere, so that's another bug. But I'll tell you what we're going to do. We haven't yet crashed it. We haven't yet killed it. I'm going to go over here to...
I'm having to put on my glasses so I can read the... So, yeah.
Hey, Nick.
Howdy.
So Nick was going to be our guest on last week's Osbodrone. Nick, where are you?
I'm currently 2.5 hours from home.
Why?
Because my boy needed a new heart.
He had a big heart already, but now he's got extra love because of that second one in there, and it's just awesome that someone had agreed to donate that. But it's even more excellent to have, when I first spoke to you before we started broadcasting, to have seen your son sitting up and on the camera. I don't want to wake him or disturb him right now, but by all means turn the camera around. Yeah, there he is. Let me zoom that in. There we go. Oh, so it's great to hear that he's doing so much better. And, you know, we're going to have you on again. You've got echo on me.
It's echo going out to YouTube.
There is a reason for that.
You're crying.
I've removed the echo now. So the reason for the echo going to YouTube was I was testing yet another bug in Wirecast earlier on where audio effects and processing that I turn on for what's going out to air doesn't go out to my rendezvous guests. So that was a bug that we confirmed earlier today. Sorry, I forgot to turn it off. My bad.
Yeah, it's better.
So we're going to talk to Nick again during the regular show time this weekend. I'm not going to use this version of Wirecast because it's absolutely non-reliable, non-dependable. Can't know it doesn't know if it's coming or going.
And I can definitely go into more detail this weekend as to the whole story.
$20 from Ken Heron. Greg in space. Oh, can I do that again with the effect on? Let me turn on the audio effect.
You better do it with the effect.
Yeah. Definitely.
Greg in space. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to go and play a couple of videos and just flick around some of the things that we were going to have last weekend that we didn't have because Wirecast crashed. And just share a little bit on the screen. Just try and break it. I don't think it's going to break now. Once it gets to this point...
With 75 operators having announced the commercial launch of a 5G network. More than ever, 5G is changing.
Once it gets to this kind of point, it's going to work.
Deep drone acrobatics. Acrobatic flight with quad rotors is extremely challenging. Maneuvers such as the loop, matty flip or barrel roll require high thrust and extreme angular accelerations that push the platform to its physical limits.
This is a really cool one. We're going to look at again on the weekend.
Pilots require many years of practice.
Artificial intelligence to go and do some FPV rolls and maneuvers. It's really cool.
Could make the platform lose control and brutally crash. We show for the first time that a vision-based autonomous quadrotor that only has access to onboard sensing and computation is capable of flying
I'll stop that for now.
maneuvers with acceleration.
So it'll spoil the fun if I go and play the entire clip before the weekend. Then we've got this one, which is only a photo. But we're going to talk about Parrot stuff on the weekend. Have you heard or read about the Parrot release today, I think it was?
No, I have been totally off the grid all day. I've been asleep all day because I stayed awake all night and had to get up ungodly hour to take my van in. And so I've been off the grid all day.
There is a new drone. That's the good news.
Okay.
The interesting news is that it's not from DJI and that it's from someone who's actually called it the Parrot USA edition.
Really? So it's not sending stuff back to Wuhan or to China.
It does not have an ET phone home capability.
Excellent, excellent.
So that's interesting news. We'll talk about it on the weekend. Then we had something about the blackjack drones coming into Australia, and Nick's got someone talking to him, but that's all right. So we've got some American drones coming and visiting Australia as part of something there. What else have we got? Oh, I'm going to make Nick feel, I don't know. Let me go and put this one up. Oh. And he doesn't even know that I'm talking about him at the moment.
Yeah.
Just to surprise you. Oh. Anyway, that was one of the photos I had. That was one of the photos I had queued up for when we were going to have our chat. But
and it was so good to see his son, and just like with what he's gone through, and to see him being the typical. What is he? 3?
He's 3. Yeah.
Wow. Active little 3-year-old. Good to see.
This Zoom level is annoying me. I mean, you asked me to make myself not so big, but it's annoying the crap out of me. I want to get rid of the couch. There we go.
All right, you got rid of the couch. Now you got all my frame on there. So.
Ja, oké. So then we had this video.
De rust die we op dit moment hebben in het veld en in het luchtruim, die biedt ons de kans om
we don't need to listen to the audio for this one.
Well, I liked his accent and I understood everything he was saying.
Okay, translate for us.
I'm just too tired to do all that work, so we'll just, it's already got it up there. Everybody else can read.
And we got this one, which is iHawk, which we were going to have a look at this weekend as well. I can't make it die at the moment. It's not going to crash anymore. Once you get to a certain point, whatever the trigger was that I did, and I don't know what it is, it happened before we started broadcasting. We killed it. We crashed it then.
The chat's working like it's supposed to.
So I'm going to say goodbye very, very shortly. I'll bring Nick back on, first of all, to... Oh, too big with your green screen. Yeah, okay. Stop complaining, Zeb.
I just have fun because he's putting up great comments.
Yeah. Any more comments from you, Nick, before we go? Oops, we can't hear Nick. That one. There we go. Try again.
Did you mute me again?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of wish we would have broke it more, but that's what it is.
But, I mean, we did break it. We did.
Yeah, but we did get to show it breaking, though.
Yeah, I know. Look, anyway, Ken, thank you for your super chat. That's very much appreciated.
Zeb is on a roll tonight.
I see we could hear Oh, too big with your green screen. Yep. Let me just see if there were any other chat messages. How many people are watching at the moment, just out of interest?
I think it's just the 3 or 4. I haven't looked. Let me go over here and look and see. It's at 5 people.
I've seen 4, 5.
5 watching. But probably 3 of them are us.
I'm up to 6 now. So.
Oh, 6, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Anubis Arts, TJ. Yeah, we were just trying to kill Wirecast. We succeeded. Unfortunately, we didn't get you to see the great event. It happened before it went on air.
Yep. Had my microphone up too high.
Train Worship, hey, Dan. No, I'm about to go off. I'm literally about to stop it.
Well,
it died. It crashed. I've got a core dump. I'm going to send it to Telestream. And Zeb, is that better? Is that better?
There you go. There you go.
Okay. I'm going to disappear. See us again on this weekend, Saturday, 11 a.m. Sydney time, or Friday, 8 p.m. Central Time, USA, or anywhere else in your part of the world, wherever that may be. Nick is going to be our guest this weekend, and we're also going to see, hopefully, Elliot, assuming he's not sleeping at the time, who has just received a new heart. So that is absolutely awesome. We'll be all thinking of him and his continued recovery. We'll be putting up on screen a GoFundMe link that Lloyd set up. I've already chipped into that can, as has a couple of other people, and we'll send that. There is a separate one that we already had from Nick, but I wanted to do one that was just from the drone community. So I encourage everyone who is on this weekend, even if you don't contribute yourself for whatever reason, go and share the link with someone else who's another droner, another friend. That would be really cool. That's all for me. I'm going to catch you later. See you, Lloyd. See you, Nick.
We'll see you, Greg. See you, Nick.
Okay. Now I've got to work out how to press the go away button to see if I can kill it with that screen. Press that one. I'm going to do it, Ken. I'm going to press this button, and then I'm going to press that button and something around freaking. I don't know. My wife normally does all this. Bye.